Hey guys, today we're going to take a look at a new pair of jeans I just got, which is the Naked and Famous black and gray stretch selvage. So these usually retail for about $200 US, but I got these ones on sale for half price, so only about $100 US. And I got them off of Tate and Yoko, by the way. If you guys want to take a look, they have a lot of good sales on these kind of jeans. And Naked and Famous is a Canadian brand of selvedge jeans. And selvedge jeans is interesting because they use Japanese selvedge denim. And that's kind of special because for Japanese denim, usually they use these old vintage shuttle looms to make the fabric. So the denim is especially very durable. I think these ones are about 12 and a half ounces. So it's actually fairly lightweight. I've had thicker selvage denim. I think my Japan Blue jeans are about 18 ounce. So yeah, anyways, selvage denim is interesting because generally they're very high quality, very well made denim. And yeah, it's made in a kind of like a more vintage way. But what's cool about Naked and Famous is that yeah, they're made in Canada. Basically, they import the Japanese denim and then they sew them up in Canada. So yeah, basically the materials are from Japan, but then like the denim itself and everything, that's all that's all imported from Japan. But then they actually put them together and sew them together in Canada, which is nice. So yeah, anyways, these ones yeah, they were on a big sale, and they look pretty much brand new, I think. So yeah, I got the super guy fit, which is basically the skinny fit with the taper. So yep, taking a look at them now. Want to support a made in Canada brand these days. It's important to be patriotic. I like this little patch here. It's like it kind of done in like kind of a Americana pop art style, actually. Yeah, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, anyways, a lot of these artisan jeans, they have their own style of patch, like leather patch, and for Naked and Famous they use this style, this kind of pop art style, which is cool, I guess. The actual quality is pretty good, feels really nice. Yeah, this is what it looks like, Naked and Famous denim, and the logo is actually right here on the, yeah, on these buttons as well. See, Naked and Famous. And this is the fabric, which usually for when it comes to selvage denim, they can come in many different types of fabric, especially if you get the Japanese brands. This is actually not a Japanese brand, it's just using Japanese denim. But if you go with the Japanese brands, they have so many cool types of denim types that they use. But yeah, it's really, nice, good quality, I think. And I think the 12 and a half ounce is good. It's like good enough to be worn in most kinds of like weather. Like it's not too warm, of course, but it's durable enough for pretty much almost anything. So yeah, and then we can see the selvage ID. So another thing about selvage jeans is that you can just roll up the bottom right here, and you can see the selvage ID here. So in this case we get and yeah, a lot of times the selvage ID may be unique or they may be similar, but in this case it's using the red and white here for the selvage ID. So I have a few other pairs of selvage jeans, and they'll use their kind of own selvage ID. Selvedge. Yeah, usually it's a thing to roll them up, and you should wear them for as long as possible before you wash them. Because actually the reason I got this is a stretch selvage. Yeah, the reason I got this one actually doesn't, you don't need to really do that, because when it comes to selvage denim, like actual Japanese selvage denim, most people will just wear them as long as possible before washing them, so that basically once you wash them, they'll kind of shrink a bit, and then it's essentially like broken in, right? So you got to break them in, and they're really like it takes a while to break them in, basically, and during that process it's pretty tough. Like for me, I got the Japan Blue jeans, and then that one took a while to break in, and it was tough to wear them before, because before it breaks in, it's like really really tight. So yeah, for that reason, it's really uncomfortable for the first few times you wear them, right? Until like it actually gets broken in. So that's why I go for the stretch selvage, because you add a little bit of stretch fabric. I mean, sure, it's not like the 100% pure selvage jeans anymore, but once you add the stretch fabric, you don't need to even wait for it to break in anymore, because it pretty much is already broken in since it has the stretch fabric in it. So it makes it a lot more comfortable to wear. Of course, purists don't like this because they're like, no, you gotta get the, you know, full selvage, you know, denim. No, none of that stretch elastic stuff, because that's not pure, you know. It has to be 100% cotton, and then you got to break it in yourself, you know. This is kind of a cheat thing to do. It's get the stretch selvage is kind of a cheat thing to do. Instead of breaking them in, you got them pre-broken in with the elastic stuff. So, anyways, purists don't like it, but to me, I get a more comfortable jean right out of the box. So that's why I got it. So yeah, this one 98% cotton C2 elastane. This 2% elastane is what makes it basically pre-broken in. But then again, like I said, a lot of purists don't like this. They're like, you know, you gotta have 100% cotton, and then you gotta keep wearing them, and then you gotta be uncomfortable for the first few times you wear them, and then before you wash them, and then you gotta break it in yourself. But I kind of cheated by getting the 2% elastane. Yeah. Anyways. That's pretty much it. Funny, no badge for the Made in Canada, huh? Thought I would see that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Made in Canada from imported Japanese denim. Yeah. So they import the Japanese denim and then they put them together, sew them together in Canada. So, yeah. Now, the closest comparison for these jeans, especially for the stretch selvage, would be Hiroshi Kato. And I have several pairs of Hiroshi Katos as well. So Hiroshi Katos are essentially the USA equivalent. So Naked and Famous, you know, Canadian brand, they take Japanese denim, they sew them in Canada. Basically, it's a Canadian brand of selvage denim jeans. But the US has a version called Hiroshi Katos, which are essentially the US version. They're based in LA, I think, or California, and then they basically take Japanese denim and they sew them together in the US. And they add a little bit of the elastanes to make it stretchy, so that it's kind of pre-broken in. So they're pretty similar to these ones, but they're just the US version. So yeah, this one, I got the Hiroshi Katos made in USA. Pretty good brand too. I own several of them actually. They retail for about $200 each US. Yeah, I think I got a little bit of a sale on these ones, not too much. I got a bigger discount on the Naked and Famous. But yeah, we can take a look at the Hiroshi Katos. So yeah, this Hiroshi Katos. Now their little patch doesn't, yeah, it doesn't look quite as interesting. It just says Kato here like that. Not quite as interesting as the Naked and Famous one. And I've worn this one a few times already. So yeah, this one made in USA from imported materials, because they import the Japanese denim, and then yeah, they put them together in California. So it's made in US. 96% cotton, 4% polyurethane. So yeah, this one, the extra 4% is for the stretchy elasticity, so you get the pre-broken in feel. Again, this is something just for comfort, so you don't have to basically torture yourself the first few times you wear it like you would a normal pair of Japanese selvage jeans. Yeah, and this is what it looks like. Made in USA on the button there. Yeah, like these little pockets here as well, although they don't look quite as good as the yeah, I like the Naked and Famous one a little bit better. They have a little edge to them. This one doesn't really have that. You can take a look at the Selvage ID as well for the Hiroshi Katos. I think it's pretty similar. This is white and red as well. I think it's the same, right? This is red and white. This is almost the same. Yeah, they're both using the red and white selvedge ID. I guess this one's a little bit more gray though. Yeah, this one's like more like gray and red, and this one's like white and red selvedge ID. So a little bit different, but pretty similar looking selvedge ID here. Yeah, so this one's using more of a whiter white, if that makes sense. Yeah, these ones using more of a whiter white, and these ones using more of a grayer white for the selvedge ID. Otherwise, I would say the quality seems pretty comparable. Yeah, I mean, I've worn this one several times already, but I don't know. Actually, this denim, this one has softened up a bit for sure, because I've worn it more. This one seems to have softened up a bit. This one still like seems a bit stiffer, just because I haven't even worn it yet. Yeah, so the Hiroshi Katos definitely seem a little bit more softer in comparison, because I've worn it several times already. And yeah, the denim, and I washed these ones as well, by the way, so that's another reason. Washed these ones already. Yeah. Whereas, yeah, these ones, the Naked and Famous, brand new. I haven't even worn them, so yeah, once I wear them, I think they'll get softer. So anyways, if you guys are curious about actual Japanese selvedge denim, I do have a pair of an actual Japanese brand here. So these are Graph Zero, and I washed this one as well, so it's a little bit softer in appearance than before. But this is an actual Japanese brand. So this is a Graph Zero. It's made in Japan. 100% cotton, so this one does not have any stretch at all. It's a tight one to wear, basically. Yeah, if you guys are interested in buying like Japanese selvedge denim, yeah, just be aware of that. Like, it's going to be real tight especially for the first few times you wear it. But this one is really cool. I really like the material for this one. This is what like Japanese brands like Momotaro, Studio to Artisan, Samurai Jeans, yeah, Oni jeans, like all these brands, in Graph Zero, Japan Blue, right? They all have some really cool designs sometimes limited editions. So look at the texture for these jeans, right? So cool, this texture. Yeah, that's something that like North American brands that use the Japanese denim, like Hiroshi Kato or Naked and Famous, I haven't seen them do too much of this stuff. Like this really cool looking, just using really cool looking, I think this one used jacquard looms. Yeah, this one used jacquard looms, which are a different type of projectile loom, I think, to make this. But yeah, just, you can see the texture of the denim just looks so interesting for these Graph Zero jeans. And these ones are $200 US as well. So it's not like they were more expensive. Pretty much around the same price as Hiroshi Kato or Naked and Famous. The difference is, though, that this one is not stretchy. So yeah, like it was painful the first few times I wore this. Basically, it was tough. I even like this little, yeah, this little small pocket here. The little edge is cool. Selvedge ID, we can take a look. It's using, oh look, white and red again. So it seems to be pretty popular, selvedge ID. They're using white and red. It seems to be really popular. Yeah, this one is also using red and white selvedge ID here. Yeah. Anyways, got Zero here. It was tough to wear these jeans because they're like, they don't have any stretch at all. Yeah, there's 100% cotton here. It's all made in Japan, Kojima, Japan, which is basically the center of these selvedge Japanese denim. Yeah, the Japanese denim industry, basically Kojima, Japan is, and Okayama, I think, is where it's at. Well, that's where all the companies are. Yeah. So, anyways, pretty interesting to compare, right? You have the actual official made in Japan Japanese denim jeans right here with you know, really cool designs and stuff like that. The texture is really nice. It's just that when you buy, you know, Japanese jeans, actual like Japanese from Japan, yeah, they're not gonna have any cheats. Like, you really have to kind of torture yourself by wearing them for the first few times before you wash them. It's gonna be super tight, but it's gonna be worth it in the end because you get a really nice pair of jeans that kind of just conforms to your body shape, to your leg shape. So yeah, also super high quality and everything. And yeah, sometimes you just get the really nice looking, cool looking jeans. So anyways, if you guys are going to buy from Japan, they have a huge selection, a lot of good brands there, and a huge selection of cool Japanese denim. Or you can go for the North American brands like Hiroshi Kato or Naked and Famous, which use Japanese denim to create their own jeans. And in Hiroshi Kato's case, I believe all their jeans are the stretch selvage kind, so you don't need to break in any of them. Naked and Famous, you can choose, right? I chose the stretch selvage. They do have the more traditional type though as well. So anyways, yeah, let me know. Are you guys interested in Japanese denim? Which ones would you guys wear? Would you go for the Japanese brands, you know, from Japan, or some of the North American brands that uses Japanese denim like Hiroshi Kato or Naked and Famous? So I'm actually going to wear these, and then you guys can kind of compare them as well. I'm gonna, yeah, just wear these, and then you guys can kind of see what they look like on me. Anyways, I like to wear skinny jeans anyways, so these are all kind of the skinny type. All right, stay tuned for that. Alright, so these are the Graph Zero jeans. These are extremely uncomfortable and extremely tight. So I can like barely bend my knee in them, and I can't even put anything in the pockets. The pockets are just so tight, I can barely even fit my hand inside of them. Yeah, they're just that tight. But hey, you know, if you want an authentic pair of Japanese denim jeans, then you gotta really put up with it, right? They are gonna be super tight, but yeah, it'll get better over time. And then you can say, hey, I got an authentic pair of Japanese denim, right? See that selvage ID here, selvage ID here, and the nice texture, right, that you get. So anyways, let's see, really, really tight for these jeans. But yeah, this is what they look like, the Graph Zero. I would only wear these on very special occasions where, you know, where I don't really need to move around that much, because it's actually pretty uncomfortable. Yeah, it's like the equivalent of wearing a corset, you know, but for your legs. It's like a corset for your legs. Yeah, so I think about these tight Japanese denim jeans. Anyways, so Graph Zero jeans. Alright, so these are the Hiroshi Katos. These are definitely more comfortable than the Graph Zeros, and yeah, it's a lot easier to put on and take off. These are basically similar feel to your regular jeans, actually, that you would buy normally. The only difference is that they use higher quality denim, of course, because it's selvage denim. But otherwise, it really wears like your typical pair of jeans, actually, which is to say it's quite comfortable. And yeah, it's I got like a nice skinny fit, but even the skinny fit is pretty nice. That's why I like to buy the stretch selvage, and Hiroshi Katos are always stretch selvage, so yeah, that means that it's comfortable to wear. So yeah, comfortable, and it's high quality. So I've been using a few pairs of Hiroshi Katos as my everyday jeans for a while now. So yeah, you guys can see the stretch, the selvage ID here. Selvage ID. So you still get a nice high quality pair of jeans with good quality denim and everything. It's just way more comfortable than your typical pair of Japanese denim jeans, because it's got the stretch selvage and everything. But yeah, that's what it looks like on me. Hiroshi Katos. Really just kind of appears like a regular, it feels like a regular pair of jeans. It's just a higher quality version, I guess. So, yep, I like these. Good for every day. But yeah, so if you guys want to see a logo patch, essentially that's what it looks like right there. Logo patch. Yeah, I like these ones. Good for every day. Alright, so these are the Naked and Famous. And yeah, these are actually a lot tighter than I expected. I mean, it hasn't been worn yet, it hasn't been broken in, it hasn't been washed, I know that. But man, like, these are supposed to be stretch selvage, right? These are quite tight. I mean, it's not quite as tight as the Graph Zero jeans, but it's still pretty tight. Took me a while to put it on too. Yeah, I would say it's somewhere in between the Graph Zero and the Hiroshi Katos. Definitely not quite as comfortable as the Hiroshi Katos. Yeah, this is like halfway between the Hiroshi Katos and the Japanese denim jeans, like the Graph Zero. Yeah, still very high quality denim, of course, right? Selvage denim and everything. So it feels really like, yeah, it feels definitely closer to the Japanese like brand jeans, but a little bit more comfortable than that, but still tight. So yeah. Anyways, I just want to say that definitely not as comfortable as my Hiroshi Katos, but a little bit more comfortable than the Graph Zero jeans that I tried on a little bit earlier. Yeah, otherwise it looks pretty nice. Yeah, you guys can see the patch down there. Yeah, I think Naked and Famous definitely has the best looking patch out of all of them. And the Selvedge ID. Right. Yeah. So, anyways, overall, great pair of jeans. I like the fact that it's made in Canada. High quality Japanese denim and everything. Just keep in mind the fact that I got the stretch selvage version, and even this is still like still tighter than I expected. So yeah, it's still like not the most comfortable. Definitely not as comfortable as the Hiroshi Katos. I thought it would be closer to the Hiroshi Katos, but it's not. It's yeah, not quite as comfortable. But maybe that's just because it hasn't broken in yet. It's like new. But still, it's gonna take me some time. Yeah, otherwise, high quality pair of jeans. It's like somewhere in between, in terms of feel and quality, it seems like it's somewhere in between the Japanese brand jeans and the Hiroshi Kato jeans. I do feel like this is a bit higher quality denim than the Hiroshi Katos, just from the texture though. Even though Hiroshi Katos are nice too, but yeah, these definitely feel like, you know, it's actual, like an actual pair of Japan brand jeans. It's just a little bit of stretch. But if you guys don't get the stretch denim, if you guys don't get the stretch selvage version, then it's just going to be as tight as the Japanese brands. So anyways, I think Naked and Famous makes very good high quality jeans, pretty much on par with some of the Japanese brands. But yeah, just be aware that I got the stretch selvage version. It still feels tight. So if you guys get the non-stretch selvage version, then it's going to be well, let's just say that it's going to take a while to break in, and just be aware of that, right? It's definitely going to be a bit more uncomfortable, especially for the first few wears. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of the Naked and Famous and with the Hiroshi Katos with the Graph Zero jeans. Yeah, let me know as always in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.